Hello. Okay. I don't know where the heck my camera is. Anyway, wanted to record some midnight thoughts here. A lot's been going through my mind recently. I have a blanket here because I don't have a shirt on, but I don't want to be nude on YouTube or anything. So a lot's been going through my mind. And I'm going to entitle this basketball because basketball has played a part of my life uh, all the way since I was in third grade until actually today. So I want to talk about that a little bit. Um, I when I was in third grade, I loved sports, but I was terrible at some sports. For instance, like I dribbled a kickball with two hands instead of one. I mean, come on. Who dribbles with two hands, right? So, I was fortunate enough to get on a basketball team that went undefeated in the regular season, and I didn't score a single basket. Like I was one of those kids that was in for the one quarter, and I was lucky to touch the ball or get a rebound or get a pass. And basically, if I got the pass, or if I got the ball, I knew to pass to a guard, and then I was pretty clueless after that. Third grade, I learned how to shoot a layup. That's what I achieved that whole year. Um, Fourth grade, I actually scored 4 points in the regular season. And then I got better in fifth and sixth grade, and actually in seventh grade, I didn't go out for the team. And the eighth grade coach thought I was good enough to make the team and convinced me to try out for the eighth grade team when I was in eighth grade, of course. So I did, and when I did, I had bronchitis. I was one of the fastest kids normally in my grade, but since I had bronchitis, I was one of the slowest in tryouts, and he knew that to some extent, because he had me as a gym coach. Um, but I ended up making the B team, which is kind of like a JV team. But I still got the same experience. I got to travel around to different schools with our 10 guys, and we had a lot of fun. Um, it's an experience that I was lucky to have, and I enjoyed that. Um, then ninth grade hit, and we had one of the best guys as a basketball coach, but one of the worst actual coaches. Um, like one of our drills was to go up and shoot a layup, and for some reason they had a guy under the basket with like a football pad on, and when I went up to shoot a layup, the guy just decked me, and I fell on my ass, and I'm like, this isn't basketball, man. This isn't fun. So the next time I did it, I raised my knee up and almost hit the dude in the chin. And I'm like, if they want me to take the ball strong to the hole, I'll do it. Basketball. So, yeah, I joined marching band. I gave up the baseball and basketball and track in high school because they were too serious. They weren't fun anymore. I played basketball with my buddies in high school, marching band. Every Wednesday night, we'd get together for church group, and me, Travis Sleeper, Chris Hummer, Kevin Vick, three of my best friends growing up. The four of us would play 2-on-2 every single week and switch whoever's on a team. And I was 6'2", and I was the shortest guy out there, but I was the fastest, so it made it kind of fun for me. But we had a blast doing that. Um, Fast forward a little bit, past high school, past graduation, past college. Basketball was a way for me and my son to first start to bond. And this is kind of the serious part of my message here. Um, I never had a father son project growing up. Like, my dad was into cars, and he wanted to teach me about cars. He was one of the worst teachers I've ever met. So, his first lesson to me, and last, by the way, was he took me down in the basement, unfinished basement. Just had a wooden table, which was his workbench, and he had a carburetor laying there, over 20 pieces for this carburetor. And he said, "Okay, this is your first lesson." So he tore the whole thing apart, and he said, "Now put it back together." Um, I didn't even know how to change a tire at that point in my life. So I was lost. It was like trying to put a jigsaw puzzle together that was 3D that had a million pieces, and you had never done a jigsaw puzzle before. I was completely lost. He got mad at me because he said, "Well, you just saw me tear it apart. You should know where everything goes." No, I didn't get it. And he didn't have the patience to teach me. So that was it. I mean, like the guy hung a glove from a string to teach me how to swing a baseball bat. Like I had to follow that stroke. And then of course, when I started hitting home runs, he took credit for it because of his genius plan of the glove on a string, which my baseball coach actually suggested in the first place. But I digress. My son and I used to shoot hoops uh, back in 2011. Like me and Olivia's mom split up, and we had a basketball hoop at our duplex. I lived with my mom for a year, and we would go outside and play with her, and it was fun. And Olivia was only 1 at the time. Now she's 8. It was a good time. We had a blast doing that. And then when I got my own place, and we wanted to get the hell away from the place that I was living in, just for a change of scenery, um, we'd go down to the basketball courts and shit around for a while. And then I moved to the trailer, and we did it a couple times, not very often. We, you know. Then we moved in with Renee and her kids into this place. We've got 6 people that live here off and on. And she bought a basketball hoop. And that was last year. And this is the basketball hoop from hell. Like, there's 7 pieces that you have to line up for one bolt. The bolt has to screw into a hole that's not even on the outside of the base. So you're dealing with things that are like 6 feet long that you have to try to hold on to, and then you got to screw the base in at an angle that's 10 feet long with this screw that's maybe 6 inches long and barely reaches the other hole while you're trying to do all that. It takes 3 people for some of these steps. Anyway, off and on for the past year, we've dealt with this basketball hoop from hell. And my little girl, who's 8, keeps asking, when are you going to get the basketball hoop done? When are you going to get the basketball hoop done? So today we completed it. It was 85 degrees out. We were outside for a couple hours, sweating our asses off, honestly. And had some trouble doing it at the end. And then we get everything together and everything set up. And the thing is crooked. Like, at an angle. Pieces were bent. Like it was just a bitch to deal with. But when we got it done, I felt proud. I know it looks like a piece of crap, so I'm not going to show a picture of it. But we shot baskets on it. And it may fall over tomorrow, and that's okay. Maybe we'll try to fix it and put it back together. But I felt good because Caleb's going into high school. I know I'm not as big a part of his life as I have been the past 10 years. He's got friends that he wants to spend time with more. He's got a girlfriend that he talks to all the time and devotes a lot of attention to. And I was the same way at his age. So I'm not upset. But it's hard to let go, man. It's hard to let your kids go as they get older. Can't even say I'm looking forward to him driving, but, more freedom for him. He'll have more fun. It'll be cool to watch that. But basketball, man, like, I don't know, we're still gonna shoot hoops on our crooked hoop until it blows over or we fix it. But it's been a big part of my life. My son's a bigger part of my life than basketball, obviously. But I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts there. So when I look back when I'm old and I remember the basketball hoop from hell, I can have one memory of a father-son project. Not of my dad, but with my son. So I'm proud of our hoop. And I just look forward to the future with Caleb and my daughter Olivia and whatever the future holds. We did the best we could, and that's all that matters. Next time we put something together, if we decide to do that, it'll probably go smoother. We worked on communication, teamwork, and getting it done, even in adverse situations like heat. I mean, that pole was hot today. It was heavy to move, and I know maybe Caleb's the only one that will watch this, maybe a couple other people, but I just wanted to put this out here to say, Caleb, thank you. Um, I know we cussed and swore at each other, at the pole, at the base, at the stupid thing. But at the end of the day, we know that we worked our asses off. We got it done, and I feel good about it. So that's it. I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching.